Oh my god. I have to react to this. I have to.
I have a proposition for the communists.
I have a proposition for the communists. Oh
So
my
typically,
god.
most of the communists I know are not big fans of AI. But if
Jesus Christ. Most of the communists I know are not. Who do you know that's you're literally Elon Musk's fucking wife. Like what? Who do you know? Who are you talking about? Who's a communist? And what do you mean communists hate AI? We just hate capitalism. Like, it's not AI that's the problem with the arrangement. Capitalism would be the problem. If you're even talking about automation. But she just gets on here and starts talking about AI.
If you think about it, AI is actually the fastest path to communism. So, if implemented correctly,
The fastest path. This is just like left accelerationism. But like condensed down to the most like vulgar form of it.
AI could actually
In the form of Grimes.
theoretically solve for abundance. Like, we could totally get to a situation where nobody has to work, everybody is provided for with a...
Yeah, but this takes... The thing about all of this is that, like, this would be socialism. Like, this would be social... Like, in order for any of that to happen, in order for AI to solve for abundance, you would have to have socialism. You would have to be in socialism. You can't do that under capitalism. That's not what it's gonna do. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah, Elon Musk, the real socialist, literally a capitalist. Literally, definitionally a capitalist.
comfortable state of being, comfortable living. AI could automate all the farming, weed out systematic corruption, thereby bringing us to...
You can tell she's picked up on his energy too. Like you can tell, you can tell that she's like, they're like interfaced with each other because she's like talking like him. Like listen to that.
Of being, comfortable living. AI could automate all the farming, weed out systematic corruption, thereby bringing us
Like the cadence of her voice, like the way that it's like
to as close as possible to genuine
AI will weed out corruption. Yeah. 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 Totally.
the farming, weed out systematic corruption.
Weed out systematic corruption. Just the way that she words the sentences, you can tell she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. That's the thing.
Thereby bringing us to as close as possible to genuine equality. So basically, everything that everybody loves
Like,
about...
what? Yeah, exactly. The problem is, like, what communist listens to this video and thinks, like, oh, based. She knows exactly what she means when she talks about communism. Based. Like, no.
Everybody loves about communism, but without the collective farm. Because
Communism without the collective farm, folks. The new capitalist invention. We can do communism if we just have robots, guys. All we need is robots. Robotics. Electronics. That will save us. That will advance history.
thing that everybody loves about communism, but without the collective farm. Because let's be real, enforced farming is really not a vibe.
This is so cringe. We make an AI, but we only let it read Mao. Yeah, I don't think that would even have the results that she's talking about in the first place, dude. Like, what is this at the end? What is this? Just some like dumb person making fun of her?
I have a proposition for the capitalists. See, a lot
Yeah.
of the problem with making money on the stock market is that it's regulated. Cryptocurrency solves that problem. So if you want your money to go to the moon,
It's female Nick Land.
which is where my people are from, except for my son who's going to
It's
be
Moldbug.
the future king of Mars, invest in Doge. Not listening to my husband is not a vibe.
It's Moldbug. It's Moldbug, folks. I would just
I have a
want to
proposition for
let's
the-
watch this again. Let's just watch this one more time.
I have a proposition for the communists. So typically, most of the communists I know are not big fans of AI. But if you think about it, AI is actually
Yeah, not big fans at all. Yeah, it's not like all these other like Marxist communist thinkers like Mark Fisher, Reza, all these people. It's not like they're interested in writing about AI. It's not like they write a bunch of books about AI. It's not like the CCRU existed. It's like
the fastest path to communism. So, if implemented correctly, AI could actually theoretically solve for abundance. Like,
it's just so
we could totally get to a
cringe.
situation where nobody has
I'm drinking liquid cringe through my ears listening to this.
to work. Everybody is provided for with a comfortable state of being, comfortable living.
Comfortable living.
AI could automate all the farming, weed out systematic corruption, thereby bringing us to
Automated farming, but it's not collective. It's privately owned robots. Did she think this through? It's privately owned robots. And she's saying that's communist.
as close as possible to genuine.
Have you heard the song We Appreciate Power? Yeah, I have. That song actually isn't bad, in my opinion. But I like Poppy. I only listened to it because I was a Poppy fan, not a fucking Grimes. Let's put that song on after.
Equality.
Just
So
for
basically,
just for the sake of the vibes, you know?
Everything that everybody loves about communism, but without the collective farm. Because let's be real, enforced farming is really not a vibe.
It's like the meme of like, hello fellow kids. The message of yeah. They are like people who somehow spontaneously came up with Nick Land's thinking without knowing anything, you know? Like it's that kind of she writes music for that kind of political persuasion, which is kind of confusing because like Nick Land's fans are all Marxists. Like he doesn't have the neo-rat fans that he wants. Nick Land, yeah. Banger tweet, Mr. Land. Banger tweet. Banger tweet, Mr. Land. Anyways, yeah. Grimes is, yeah. We appreciate power, yeah.